Now, the New South Wales Premier Chris Minns, he of course announced today that the retail trade ban on Anzac Day will be extended. So it used to be until 1 p.m. Now it'll go for the entire day as of next year. Here's what he had to say earlier.
Creeping commercialisation of Anzac Day over a prolonged period of time to the detriment of the importance of the day. There's many things that divide up our community in New South Wales and Australia, and the truth of the matter is the nation's national day is Anzac Day.
Here. And Graham, I penned a column for news.com.au today about this, basically saying that, you know, I hope this might be a moment for some people who've lost connection to Anzac Day to stop and think, because of course they can't go shopping anymore, to stop and think, hang on, this is a really important day for our nation, and to take stock of why it's an important day for our nation, because we are now closer to global conflict than we have been in a long time, and that makes Anzac Day more important than it has ever been.
Oh, it does. See, I think that the distinction is that Australia Day is a holiday, whereas Anzac Day is a holiday that means something, that has something behind it. There's a raison d'etre for Anzac Day that I think we can all stand up and salute. And so I'm a great fan of Anzac Day, always will be. Australia Day, I never mind another day off.
Well, who doesn't mind another day off? But this ought to go national, shouldn't it, Michael?
Well, it should. And look, can I say this about this fellow Chris Minns? He seems to understand what most politicians don't. Most politicians think, oh, I've got to spend more money on health than the next person, more money in education. I've got to build bigger roads. I've got to have a bit more bridges, etc., etc. Spending the public's money and expect them to be grateful for spending their hard-earned taxes. This guy Minns seems to understand that the key to a successful politician is for the electorate to think, he thinks what I think.
Yes.
His values, his views, in other words, it's culture. It's why the left hate culture wars, keep saying everything's a culture war, because they don't want to talk about culture, because they know the moral, massive working middle class are heavily influenced by these cultural issues, like the disgraceful Voice, trying to divide the country by race. So Minns comes along and he taps into a very important element of the Australian psyche, which is that many Australians alive today, or our parents or our grandparents, have fought for democracy and liberty, which doesn't come for free. And Minns taps into this and says, I'm not afraid to say what he has said today. This will build him an enormous cultural support base in the electorate, which is traditionally, this area is traditionally, as we know, not Labor's area, not their strength. This is an outstanding cultural move by this fellow, and it will endear him to so many people in New South Wales and around the country.
Correct.
Who understand that Anzac Day is probably the most important day in the Australian calendar, mate.
Definitely. Now, very quickly before we move on, Donald Trump returned to the campaign trail today. He challenged President Biden to another debate at his Florida rally.
Let's do another debate this week so that Sleepy Joe Biden can prove to everyone all over the world that he has what it takes to be president.
That wasn't the only thing he challenged him to. The former president has set his sights on a game on the golf course.
In the debate, Sleepy Joe also declared that he wanted to test his skills and stamina against mine on the golf course. Can you believe this? I'm also officially challenging Crooked Joe to an 18-hole golf match right here.
Ah, how good. We've only got 30 seconds, Michael, but Trump says he'll give $1 million to charity of Biden's choice if he can win.
He won't need to, because Biden won't accept. If Biden's a 6 handicapper, mate, I'm Bryson DeChambeau. Seriously.
Michael Kroger, Graham Richardson, thank you so much for your time.